Right, those of you who may follow me on Instagram and also may have seen the recent status on my YouTube community page will have seen that my Freelander is poorly. There has been an incident and I'm now back in Essex because I've been away for the last sort of week or so whilst this has happened, and I'm going to see if it's terminal. I really hope it isn't terminal. I am due to go away later this year for the rest of the year, and I'll kind of need the Freelander to last until that point. After that point, don't care, it can blow up. But at least for the next month, I kind of need it. I'd like to be able to drive home in it, preferably, rather than the Subaru, which is now daily for this weekend. So, we're going to go in, all guns blazing, we're going to see what the sketch is, see what's potentially wrong with it. I've got a few ideas. We'll start with the bad ones and work our way down to the, hopefully that's fixable ones. Starting with the timing belt, high pressure fuel pump, crank sensor, all the usual things that would cause an engine to not run, all the way to like no compression and all the rest of it. So, enough chat, let's get there, let's do it. So I've got my code reader with me. I'm actually not going to start with that. I'm going to go straight to the mechanical checks first, see if there's anything really obviously wrong with it. Then we'll go into code reader and have a bit more of a dig. It should be around here somewhere. Ah. Oh, there she is. It's kind of sad. Spin it around. And you'll see it now. Oh dear. Come on in. Let's find out what the sketch is. See if it's terminal. And whether she's going to be relegated to the scrapyard in the sky. Or whether she can be saved. First question, does it have any battery? Yeah. Right, before I do anything, timing belt. Pointless me carrying on if the timing belt's knackered. Okay, and then it comes off. Right. Oh, thank God. Okay, so it looks as though the timing belt is intact from what I can see there. Hasn't really moved. Okay. That's good. That means it's not completely terminal, it's not timing belt. So, it could be something else. Could be high pressure fuel pump, could be crank sensor. I think those are two sort of things I can check quite easily next. So I'm going to check the crank sensor next. I'm going to see whether, I mean the wire looks alright down there from what I can see. Yes, the crank sensor wire which is down there, you can see that straight away and that's okay. So let's go and see if we can start it. Or failed to start it, should I say. So the crank sensor on these, what you should be looking for is the rev counter jumping as you try and start it. If it doesn't, then the crank sensor's dead. Okay. So that tells me that the crank sensor is okay. That's another check complete and passed. So that's two things we've checked. We've checked crank sensor and we've checked timing belt, and by the sound of it I'm actually quite happy that it's got compression on all four cylinders as well. It's sort of going, there's a bit of a beat to it, jump 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 jump, 1 2 3 4 when it turns over. It's not like 1 2 3 1 2 3 or 1 2 or 1 2. So it sounds as though there's compression. So I think that rules out timing belt. I also think it rules out crank sensor now. So fuel, I'm going to get a spanner, I'm going to crack off the injection fuel injection pipes, and we're going to see whether any fuel spurts out of them. It's common rail, so fuel should just be spurting out all over the place. Let's do that next. Right, fuel hoses are all connected. Yeah. Right, I'm going to do this. Now, if this doesn't do it, I am at a bit of a loss, and we'll have to do a "Hey guys, this is Chris Fix" to see if we can figure out what it could be. Because I won't have a clue. If I put the camera there, tell me if there's any fuel spurting out. I'm going mad because I don't want to flatten the battery. Right. Is it wet or is it dry? That looks to me to be bone dry. Okay, so that tells me it's not getting fuel. Okay, the mystery continues. So we're not getting fuel, which is narrowing it down again to potentially high pressure fuel pump. It's pointless me plugging in the code reader and seeing if I'm getting any fuel pressure readings, because the fuel pressure regulators sensors are on the end of the fuel rail. Okay, I suppose just to see if there's fuel getting to the filter. It is brimmed. I could check these return pipes. Oh, they look. Ah. Okay, so these pipes, you might not be able to tell by the camera, but they look empty, like there's no fuel in them. Right, well, let's shut these off, because that's obviously not getting us anywhere, is it? So, which one of these is fuel in? The bigger one, I guess. Yeah, because that's return. So that goes. There's a solid line in. That'll be the return. That also goes to the pump, unless that's the return from the pump. Yeah, because they're all the leak off, so that must be the return. So that red one's the return, so I'll ignore that. But if I suck fuel from the return, then it'll fill everything from the in. Let's just crack off the in first. It's not very exciting, I know, but it is narrowing it down. Right, that looks a little bit wet. Oh, you Oh, I found it. That's the problem. How the hell? Right. I think that's the problem. I think this fuel pipe has somehow got a cut in it or a split in it. It's rubbed on something. It almost looks like it's rubbed on the pulley, but I don't get how. Oh, the belt's fraying. Oh, the auxiliary belt's fraying. Right, okay. So there's bits of the auxiliary belt there, and I'm assuming there's another bit down there. Okay, so what I think has happened, get into the light. So what I think has happened is the auxiliary belt has started to fail. The bits of fray have come up and are sticking up and spinning round, and have been impacting that fuel pipe, and I've put that cut in it. Now that fuel pipe is essentially a suction pipe, so there's going to be no pressure coming through that pipe, which is why there's no massive puddle of diesel on the floor. It'll have just got that, sucked in air, used up what was left in the system, in the filter and in the common rail, and then cut out, which is why you just said it just stopped without any warning, because it will have done. As soon as you get air in a diesel fuel system, it just stops. Right. Now to figure out a solution. I'm going to need to do a bodge. The only solution to this, I think, at the moment is a bodge. Now, there are a couple of Freelanders braking locally. I'm going to get in touch with those guys, see if I can get a fuel pipe, because this one, I think, runs underneath the car. I don't know where it disconnects. Or even if it does disconnect, it might go straight to the tank, which would be a nightmare. But I reckon, even though that split is on the corner, I reckon I can bodge that. Bit of fuel pipe, or even a joiner with a couple of jubilees, or one return valve. There's options. And then just bleed it and we should be away. And replace the auxiliary belt. Again. Right, stop staring at it. Let's figure out a solution. Right, I'm just back from Halfords. I've got my solutions, my bodges. I've messaged 2 Freelanders that are within the Essex area. One of them I've had bits off before, one of them I haven't. The guy was sound, so hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll get back to me and say that he's got one for me to collect today or tomorrow. But in the meantime, I want to get it moved from where it's been dumped. And in order to do that, we're going to need to do a bodge. So here are my bodging articles. What I've got 2 bits of fuel pipe. I've got metric and imperial. We've also got a one-way valve, some hose connectors, which I'm not sure are diesel proof, so I might avoid them. I might just go straight for the one-way valve. And also got in the back some hose clips. So I'm hoping we can do something with all of these bits. And probably best that we replace that once it's running, and I'll cut off the frayed bits so it doesn't do any more damage. So I'm going to try, I think, the one-way valve first. So let's get it. Yeah, that bit of hose is going to be no use, I don't think. Purely based on the diameter of that. Cut it here. Fit this onto this. So then I've only got one weak point. Cut the pipe off the end of the fitting. Then I'll risk that not fitting onto this. But if I do that, I've got 2 weak points. So what I've got is some chemical proof insulation tape wrapped around the ends to make it a bit bigger. Need to make sure it's the right way around. What we'll do, we'll get that on there, we'll get the Jubilee clip put back on, and we'll attempt to see if we can get a good seal on that now. With a ratchet and a socket. Oh, we'll get way more torque on that. Okay, sounds good. Perhaps we've done it. Who knows? The guy's got back to me on Facebook and has said he's not going to have a chance to have a look tonight, so he's going to try and have a look tomorrow for me. So fingers crossed that might work out as well. Because ideally we want to replace this, we don't want to leave this, because this is such a bodge. But I do love a bodge. Yeah. Oh, that that fuel came up way quicker than I thought it would. Oh man, yuck. That's all want it to happen at all. Okay, so the setup I've got now, I've got the one-way valve, 2 Jubilee clips, the pipe, sort of, it's in, it's on, it'll do for a short period fix. Now, with the bit of hose that I can't use, I've got it on the return side of the filter, and I'm just going to suck the fuel through until I get a mouthful, because then that should have filled everything, or the whole system, with fuel, fingers crossed, enough to start. And I'm also going to cut the stray bits of aux belt off, drive it over to the workshop, replace the aux belt. Hopefully, we're there. We'll try. Whoa. Oh, the bodge is mighty. It just works. I can even feel that bit of belt on my finger. Yeah. I can feel it hitting my finger every now and again. It's hitting the fuel return as well. So I need to cut that off ASAP. But for now, the bodge seems to be holding. Excellent. So I think we fixed the Freelander. It wasn't anything terminal, it wasn't anything too scary, it was just a fuel pipe that had a split in it. So I can't tell you how relieved I am. She lives to fight another day. Her days are numbered though. Bless her, at 170 odd thousand miles. I wanted to get it to 200. I really wanted to get it to 200,000. Maybe we still will, but I am going to have to start thinking quite seriously about a replacement, I think. Yeah. For now, that'll do. So thank you so much for watching once again. Bit more of an interesting one. This was quite scary. I thought we were going to be saying goodbye to the Freelander daily, but I've managed to coax her back into life. Stay tuned for the next one, and I'll have some news about the rest of this year coming up soon, because I'm probably not going to be able to make a huge amount of content for the rest of this year, as I'm due to be going away. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.